Alright, so at first I didn't want to make this a segment. Just when I started out, it was like a fun idea for doing a Suicide Squad. Yeah, non-comic Suicide Squad, that'll be fun. And then someone suggested Guardians of the Galaxy, and then my good friend, the Mount Vernon kid, he came up with not only his own Suicide Squad group, but also Young Avengers, and we've been kind of talking back and forth, like, yeah, wouldn't this be a cool member on a team and such and such? So while it is not a thing between me and Chris, or out there, it's not really a segment, it is kind of fun to do. However, having said that, though, neither Chris or I intend on making this like a constant segment, because let me let you in on a little secret. It's really fucking hard to make a team. Yeah, it's really friggin' hard to figure out who could work on certain teams and who can't. Also, when you're working with not comic book characters, it's also a little difficult to figure out what fits that genre and how well you want them to work. But yeah, so I've got about 2 or 3 more of these until I'm officially done with them. But however, I will say this: Chris has also got 2 or 3 more as well. And, however, both Chris and I kind of talked about this, of like, yeah, if this ever comes up again, because we've actually, like, my good friend, Mr. J's Comic Reviews, has talked about he wants to do a Secret Avengers one, and my friend Brian Kiersey also is thinking of one, so we kind of started something without even thinking about it. And while this won't be a constant thing, this will be whenever we think of something cool, this happened, yeah. So while we probably will stop at 3, who knows? There probably will be more. Having said that, though, let's get into the newest non-comic lineup stuff anyway. So, today I'm going to be doing, as you can see right here, the Midnight Suns. You remember this Midnight Suns, the supernatural team from Marvel? So so I decided to put together a 10-person team made from non-comic supernatural characters, manga characters. I said comic book like it's an American comic book, so manga and anime characters are in here. And this team went through some major changes. There are only a few that stayed around in the initial lineup. But yeah, in fact, the leader of this team was originally going to be someone else, and this other character was going to be on the team, but I thought about it more. I was like, yeah, this one belongs as the leader, when you think about it. So without further ado, let's get into the team itself. Okay, so, as the leader, it's Brooklyn. Yeah, Brooklyn from Gargoyles. Now, you're probably wondering, why Brooklyn? Well, this would be Brooklyn after the comic book story Time Dancer, when Brooklyn traveled through time, got older, had a family, and became a more stronger character. I mean, not to say he wasn't strong before, but after Time Dancer, he got on in years, got some more battle experience. Not only did he get a family, he became flat-out badass. So I could see him being in the leader role on this team and putting this team together, and also be like, look, I'm more than willing to work with you guys. Screw with me, I will tear your motherfucking throat out. So Brooklyn, a gargoyle, not a human, but an actual gargoyle in charge of the team. So, which would probably make day missions a little hard to do since he'll be stoned by day. But, yeah, I could definitely see Brooklyn in charge of this team. So, anyway, moving on. So, for second in command, I could see Brooklyn putting Sango from the anime Inuyasha in charge. This girl is an experienced demon hunter who's been hunting demons since her childhood. Not only that, she's got Kilala with her, the fire-breathing fox demon spirit. So she's got that, the big-ass boomerang, and, she's been around a team before, she's been around teams in the past, so I could see Brooklyn putting her as second in command of this team, and whenever he's not around or turned to stone, he would leave Sango in charge of this group when he's in his stone sleep, not around, or just on the field as well. Sango, despite her young age, she's barely 20. I could see Sango being a great field leader, as well as she wouldn't take no shit, especially from some of these other team members, especially the guy coming up next, and that's Ash from Evil Dead. What, do you think I wouldn't put him on this team? So yeah, originally I thought about having Ash as leader, but Ash isn't really much of a leader. He's more of a solo act, and he would probably be the one who'd be like, I don't want to be here. I'm perfectly fine at killing Deadites on my own. Also, a lot of the female members of this team would be like, if you don't get him away from us, we're gonna kill his ass. So, yeah. And obviously I think he would have the most to prove because, while everyone here has powers or magic on their side, Ash has just got literally a shotgun and a chainsaw and a lot of stamina behind him. So I think he would be the team's underdog. But when it comes to Deadites, Ash would definitely be there to be the one to assist in the situation. So Ash would definitely be on this team. So next up is Nightwolf. Now Nightwolf would be the team's, more or less the team's healer as well as shaman. Whenever they're dealing with some kind of spirit or something from Native American mythology or something else that would need them to cross into the spirit world, Nightwolf would be the one to aid them. Not only that, remember, he also knows elixirs and as well as certain spells, so like I said, he would probably be the team's medic and also spirit guide into, like, if they want to go into the spirit world or some other, place of the undead, Nightwolf would be there to guide them. And let's not forget, Nightwolf is pretty good at taking care of himself. So he wouldn't be just the healer, he would also be the team's tracker, he would be the team's, lead scout and even hunter. And remember, Nightwolf can pack a punch. So, yeah. There's that, and moving on. Yeah, another no-brainer for this team. Yeah, Dante from Devil May Cry. Dante would be probably one of the team members, whenever they need something help with a demon or dark spirit or something, Dante would be the expert in that regard. Dante would also be probably one of the most laid-back members of the team and probably more or less making fun of everyone else. When everyone's trying to do the mission, Dante would just be there cracking jokes and just be like, God, you guys are so stiff, or just a bunch of stiffs. I could definitely see, however, Dante becoming all buddy-buddy with Ash, as well as, another member on the team who we'll get to in a minute. But yeah, Dante, with his half-demon blood, as well as his experience and his weaponry, he would be a vital member to this incarnation of the Midnight Suns. So next up is Marceline. Now, Marceline would definitely be one of the team's major heavy hitters. She'd also be the one partying with Dante a lot. Like, whenever they're done with the mission, I could see her and Dante rocking out and just, kicking back, as well as telling... She'd also be the other one picking on some of the other members of the team. Oh, God, I can only imagine what she'd be like with some other members, especially like someone like she would be... Her and Sango would probably not get along. Let's get that out of the way, that her and Sango would probably be at odds the most, more than anyone else. But yeah, when something needs to be smashed, or something's in the way, or there's just so many monsters, people seem to forget that Marceline is a major powerhouse. I mean, yeah, she follows the traditional vampire lore of, yeah, I can't go out in the daylight, but remember, she's a powerhouse in the Adventure Time universe, so Marceline would definitely be on this team. So, up next is Father Alexander Anderson from Hellsing. Yeah. Now Anderson would definitely be the team's wild card. He'd be the one that he would be put on this team. He would be the one that everyone would be just completely like, okay, religious nut number 5 has just showed up. Everyone be on your guard because he may turn on you. And yeah, Anderson would probably be the one who might turn on some of his own members. Remember, he's on a team with a half-demon, a gargoyle, and a vampire. He's probably killed more than half of those in his lifetime. So, but they would probably keep him on the team because Anderson has got some major experience, his abilities would come in handy, and he's very knowledgeable in the supernatural. So yeah, Iscariot would probably put him on loan to this team, but at the same time, everyone on the team would be like, look, watch him. If you take your eyes off him, he might turn on us. So yeah, Father Anderson for the Midnight Suns. So moving on, next is Lina Inverse from Slayers. Now, Lina would be the team's resident sorceress. She'd also be the other powerhouse behind the team alongside Marceline. she'd be the one where they need something destroyed or, need a powerful spell. Lina would be called in to take care of that situation. Remember how devastating the Dragon Slave is? So, yeah. She's also a pretty good swordswoman, and she's smart. She is pretty goddamn smart. Even though she kind of comes off as a klutz sometimes. A lot of people seem to forget that she's a great tacticianer, as well as, she's pretty decent in hand-to-hand combat. So, Lina would be on this team. Another member I could see her getting along pretty well with Marceline and Dante, and also Ash would constantly be hitting on her, so she'd just have to deal with that, sadly. But yeah, Lina would definitely work on this team. So next up is Felicia from Darkstalkers. Yeah, you knew I was going to put a Darkstalkers character on here. Now, Felicia would be the team scout, and also she'd probably be the glue to hold the team together. She's probably one of the most innocent members of the team, and would more than likely, keep the team spirits up in, times of, crisis. Felicia would also be she's pretty fast, she's also pretty stealthy, so I could see her being sent in along with the next team member on this team to be sent in, scout out ahead, then report back, as well as she's pretty fierce if cornered. So Felicia would definitely be a great asset to this group. And finally, the youngest member of this team, Danny Phantom. Now, Danny would be, like I said, the youngest member of this team, and would probably be made fun of the most. Like, he would be in a team meeting or something like that, and he would be constantly picked on, everyone calling him Rookie. Like, they would be like, come on, Rookie, you got a lot to learn. And he'd be like, guys, I stopped a ghost apocalypse from happening 3 times. Can you cut me some friggin' slack? And the rest of the team would be like, we've dealt with worse. No. But Danny would be a great asset. He would definitely be the team's another spiritual expert, as well as spectral expert. See what I did there? And he'd also be the one who would be the team's stealth member. He could go in with Felicia, scout out ahead, and then, report back. But like I said, he would definitely be the one the team would be like, come on, you've got a lot to learn, Rookie. Stop calling me that! This is big people stuff, Rookie. I'm part of this, damn it! Yeah. So, Danny Phantom would be the youngest, even though he'd be the youngest member of the team, he'd also, I think the team would realize, yeah, this kid is also, this kid in his own right is a heavy hitter, and, one day he's going to grow up to be something big and powerful. So, better he be with us and learn the ropes from us, and, instead of something else, because he'd probably tell them about, yeah, I went evil in an alternate timeline. They'd be like, okay, we're gonna have to watch you and make sure that doesn't happen to you. So yeah, that's the whole team, guys, all 10 of them. Hope you all enjoyed this, and yeah, so you guys tell me, what do you guys think of this team, as well as who would you put on a non-comic book Midnight Suns team? So yeah, also, I know a lot of people have been sending me requests like a Power Rangers team or an Avengers team or a Justice League team, and those all sound good, but I already have I don't have a lot of plans to go further than, 1 or 2 more than this, because I don't want to make this a segment, because like I explained earlier, team building is friggin' hard. Not only that, it's kind of hard to rack your brain about who could work as an Avenger, who could you see as a Power Ranger, who could you see as this. It all, a lot of factors come into team building. That's a major thing. But like I said, and Chris has said on his channel, the Mount Vernon Kids channel, those are the ones we have planned. But who knows? Only time can tell. Maybe we'll get a spark of interest in this again after we do our respective last few teams, and then maybe we'll go further than that. But until then, I hope you all enjoyed this. This was a lot of fun to do. And once again, can't wait to see what you guys have on your teams. And hope you all enjoyed this, and I'm out.